Hey, it's your girl Lalu and welcome back to R&B Weekly Gems. Each week I'll bring you a selection of R&B artists here in the UK that I think you should get behind to support and have their music in your music library. First things first, please don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to this channel and follow me on them socials so that we can connect and you can let me know of any artists, and I mean any artists, that you think I should feature in this series. Now let's get into the first gem of the week. Here's gem number one. Number one of the week are a duet. They are sisters reigning in from Manchester in the UK, and I'm really happy that I came across them and their music because it's completely different to what I would normally listen to, and I've really found that I've really taken to their sound and their music, and I just love everything they're doing. But let's get into them. Give it up for the KTNA. Now, these sisters, I just love their energy. When I mean the energy they have from their live performances that I've seen on their IG, and just, you can hear the passion in the music that they release. And they give me like punk meets like soulful R&B. And I just love that contrast coming together. And it gives you this authentic sound from them both that just stands out amongst everything else that I've been listening to recently. Let's get into one of my favorite songs. I heard the live rendition via a platform they performed on, Platoon, and I fell in love straight away because I was just like, listen to that emotion, listen to how they relay this song. So it was just, you're just captured straight away. That song is MBD, Mental Breakdown. Now listen. The way they've articulated what it feels like to be dealing with mental issues, or like having just like a mental breakdown, and you're just like, actually I haven't actually had one, but it's just like everything is just piling on, and you're kind of just like, I need freedom. I need to be free of what that feeling is. And it's just like they articulate it and sing it in such a way that it just captures you from start to finish. Now that live rendition, you know, when I love when we get artists that how can I say this without being shady? I don't care. I love when we get artists that you can just tell that they're amazing live. They're not studio singers. They're not singers that rely on, you know, the effects that come within a studio setting.
I don't know if we're going fast or if we're going slow. What I do know is my state of mind is a big black fucking hole. I don't know if reality is a star in the late show, but if the lights beam down and they chose me down, what the fuck took so long? I don't know if we're going fast or if we're going slow, but what I do know is my state of mind's a big black fucking hole. And I don't know if reality is a star in an alien show, but if the lights beam down.
They can make their live performances sound better than the track. And I'm just like, I can't wait till we're free because I want to see them live. I want to see the KTNA live. I cannot wait to see them live because the energy, the passion, everything in their music, their sound, it's just raw and authentic. That's the best way I can describe it. Another favorite of mine, One Way Ticket. The vocals in this song, I just love them. Their vocals, yeah. I don't know how to, it's like one has this raspiness that really shows when she's just going in, and the other one has like a tender tone, but then that raspiness creeps in and she can do runs like it's nothing. Like, and I just, it's like, if I can explain it in any way, imagine the passion, the emotion of Mary J. Blige. Bring in some punk attitude, you know, that punk, we like F the world, don't try us attitude, and bringing them together. That's the KTNA. And it's like they have these, they sometimes sing like a jazzy element as well. So it's just like, it's just everything that just makes them sound authentic, and I'm here for it. KTNA is definitely one to look out for. Another favourite of mine was Hope and Bottom. Oh my gosh. They've released one EP, Life Under Siege, and I just love the way they write. I just love the way they make their songs, and it just speaks on, it can relate to teenage angst, and then the frustrations of being an adult in this time, in this world. And you just like, they just do what needs to be done. Obviously all their songs aren't all like, oh, misery and we're pissed off and we're angry and, you know, my brain is just about to go mad. No, but I think that stands out from their music because they tap into what a lot of people can relate to in that manner. So they're like singing and speaking up for the people that may not be able to articulate what's going on inside their head, how they're feeling with the frustrations and dealing with the frustrations in life. And that's what I really loved and like about KTNA. Listen. KTNA ladies, I'm here for you. I'm here for your music, and I cannot wait to see you live when we're out of COVID and lockdown. I cannot wait to hear what else you drop, and I think everyone that watches this show will enjoy you. So please connect with the KTNA, tap into their music, you will love it. You can find them here and here, and that is gems number 1, the KTNA. Love them. Gem number 2 is another young lady that I came across because we both did a River Island live performance on IG, and her performance was amazing. And I was just like, I need to find out who she is. I'm gonna listen to her music. And ever since, I've just been like following everything that she's released. And before we get into everything, let me give it up for this amazing, talented young lady, Ruby Francis. Ruby Francis, from her performance alone, let me tap into her performance that she did for this River Island thing, yeah? Because the energy, she was just in a zone, and I was just like watching on the live like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. And she was just like, yeah, I'm about to perform these songs. And she just, it literally felt like you were sitting with her. You were within the same room with her performing, because she just captured you with her performance. And she was just free with it. And I really loved her energy. But let's get into that music. We have an array of songs, an array of singles, projects that we can tap into. But we're going to get into my faves. It's Ruby Francis. Let me think. It's like, she reminds me of J Davy. And it's just the energy and the vibe of her music, the groove of her music is definitely giving me J Davy. It's giving me a bit of Lion Babe on the side. And that's just the freeness of the vocalist of Lion Babe. Like this, the energy from those two, J Davy and Lion Babe. And then you can get like, I think vocally she's given me a bit of Kalela, but definitely J Davy. Yeah, J Davy, I would definitely say. And probably the old school Black Eyed Peas when they had the black woman singing. That's the vibe she gives me. Let's get into the standout songs. Stuck Right Here is her latest release, and it just speaks of what we're dealing with right now. And I just love how she's put it into song, how she's been feeling. And I just love, her vocals are so sweet, and she doesn't do too much. She doesn't do too much to get the message across. And she does her lovely, lovely harmonies. I love it. And wait, I'm just talking about her singing. She produces, she plays keys, she does the beats. She is a jack of many trades, and she's mastered them. She's not out here, like I said last week, she's not out here being a jack of all trades and a master of none. She has mastered the singing, the songwriting, the production, the keys. And she can play drums. There's a video on her Instagram where I think they were trying to get her to sing and play drums at the same time, and I'm pretty sure she's mastered that already. Like, she's just that talented when it comes to everything music. Anyways, another favorite of mine, Traffic Lights. Traffic lights, traffic lights, traffic lights. Ruby Francis went in. Ruby, you went in on traffic lights, okay? Move is another favourite. Move. All of the time. It gives you feel-good music, groove music that's groovy, that you can get down to and just dance to. And that's what I really like. Not every day does music have to be emotional. There's not many artists that are just doing music that like she has her songs that can be really emotional. I would say her main focus is giving you that music that you can get down to, that music that will make you feel good, make you want to do a nice two-step with a glass of wine. And I love it. I love it. She's worked with one of our past gems quite closely, Kadeem Terrell, and their vocals together. It's just... And you know what I like? This might sound shady. Ever since her and Daniel Caesar released Best Part, there have been a lot of artists that have tried to replicate that whole energy of that style and trying to recreate Best Part. What I like that Ruby and Kadeem Terrell did, they didn't try to do that. They didn't try to do that at all. They really just came together and were like, you know, we're going to create something that means something to us, and that's going to come out in song. And I really felt that. I really enjoyed that from them both. Their voices together, to me, match made in heaven. Match made in heaven. I hope we hear more. I hope we do. Maybe they might do a joint project. That'll be exciting. That would be exciting to hear. I just love when artists collab anyway, and when they make something that's just different and that stands out. Ruby Francis is a talented, amazing young lady. She's also just won, I think, the Mobo's grant for artists, supporting artists, something along the lines of that. Congratulations, Ruby. Like, she's definitely one to have in your library for you to enjoy. Definitely she should just be there in your music library for you to just have playing on any given day. She has an array of singles, like I said, an array of music for you to enjoy. Listen, get into Miss Ruby Francis. You can connect and find her here and here. And that is gem number 2. So that is it for this week's episode. This episode is quite short, and that's only because I want to announce another segment of this series. I want to introduce you all to R&B Weekly Critiques. Now, R&B Weekly Critiques is created for me to critique any artist that comes to me, or any suggestion. You can send your friends music. You can send it to me and I will give you the God's honest review. I will not come and say your song's trash. I will not come and say that you should stop doing music. No way, I won't do that. But I will give you honest criticism. And if your song is banging, I'm going to say your song is banging. And what will I do then? I will go and search up the rest of your music and then feature you as a full gem, won't I? So please reach out to me if you would like to be featured in R&B Weekly Critiques. I will be accepting DMs in Twitter and IG. You can email me via the email in my bio on IG as well, and I will feature you. Make sure you do so. That is it. Don't forget to like and share this video, and subscribe to this channel, and follow me on my socials for R&B Weekly Critiques, as well as telling me any other artists you think I should feature as a gem in this series. That is all. Take care, stay safe, peace.